already right out of the gate. Wouldn't be surprised to see a quick guard pull here.
Enrique immediately on his back and tries to wrestle up against the bigger opponent.
Right to a close guard.
Good posture control with a nice overhook on Sam's left arm.
Kind of hard to see from our angle here what's going on over there.
Enrique's climbing the legs up, looking for a little high guard action. Sam's trying to posture up and get away.
Try maybe set up like a pendulum here.
A little bit slower paced. Both guys trying not to make a mistake early in the fight. Enrique looks very comfortable in the close guard. Sam's just looking to keep his head down, stay on the inside, not give Enrique any angles or any ability to work around his body.
Can almost hear a pin drop in here right now. Everyone watching very quietly here.
Enrique now opening the guard, starting to work the feet to the hip to try to start creating some angles. Sam keeping his elbows on the outside with his hands inside. It's going to be hard to create that angle, especially with looks like a decent size advantage for Sam. Sam keeping the hands together. At this point in the sub-only tempo match, Enrique is going to have to really do a lot of work just to set up attacks. And Sam's just kind of looking to opt to be controlling.
Ooh, he's trying to maybe do a slide by there from the guard.
Enrique's doing a good job bringing the feet to the hips to try to create those angles, but Sam just controlling the head against the bigger opponents.
Ooh, he's coming out the back door.
Enrique's able to slide
beautiful.
Out back
Very
door.
slick transition.
Very nice. Now he's setting up that armbar. He won his first fight by armbar, so I'd be surprised if he went for another armbar. He's got a head and arm position. That arm is isolated, but he doesn't have fully there yet. If he get it in front of his head, he can start threatening the choke in the back take. Now
Very slick transition to the mount there off the close guard. We saw Barbosa here in his earlier matches. He's no stranger. His defense looked really good in his first matches. Wouldn't be surprised here to see a good escape, but we'll see how much energy he has, for all those explosive escapes from his first match. So
Enrique looks very, very calm, knowing that he's going to try to slowly grind on him, cook him in this position as he isolates the arms. Sam keeping the arms together to try not to let it happen, but it's using a lot of energy with a body position like Enrique, fighting against both his elbows and hands. Enrique just slowly climbing. Sam's able to get the elbows back down. Enrique just reestablishes the mount.
Enrique thinking about Ezekiel there. Oh,
Sam doing a little bit more movement to actually get at the bottom. Enrique with the armbar. Sam's arms extended, but he's able
beautiful
to pull
escape.
out.
I think Omar took a little strike there on the escape.
That's the kind of submission I always say is kind of a submission-only rule set submission. I don't think Enrique would have opted to give up position if it was a more standard rule set, but in sub-only, it's better to give up the mount and go for the sub than hold here.
Oh, Omar got messed up from that hit.
Our referee and promoter Omar may have to go to the ER after that brutal slap.
So, change of events here. We've got Sam on top here. Enrique smartly blocking the crossface, not letting him control his head.
He was able to pummel his right underhook or his right instep inside to get to a nice butterfly position and now create a little space.
Won't be surprised here. Yeah, he's looking for possibly re-entering a closed guard here.
Got a little bit slower pace. Sam keeping his hands nice and high. It's very hard for Enrique to attack from here. Enrique looked a little frustrated there. I think more that he's hoping that Sam's going to open up and attack a little bit more. But again, this is a sport. You got to play kind of the rule set and the strategy.
Yeah, I think Enrique is not probably looking for the finals here. Doesn't want to burn too much energy in these rounds. Yeah,
I don't think he wants to go to overtime if he can avoid it.
Yeah. Him watching on, he saw Sam's ability to escape in overtime. Probably does not want to get to those waters.
Yeah, that size advantage can really pay in an overtime position where it's going to be hard to control him. Sam looks to be very defensive here, not really going for anything offensively, just kind of controlling the inside line, keeping his arms tight. We're about 5.5 minutes left. So still plenty of time for something to happen. Enrique has opened the guard. He's trying to push away on the hips and create space, but Sam's just not really moving. Now Enrique has a much better angle, but again, Sam just opts to push those elbows back in, hands in front. Very defensive posture.
Kind of feeling each other out here. Enrique
5 minutes remaining.
Enrique seems to be a bit frustrated here from the size of Sam Barbosa. Can't really trying to cut an angle, but it's hard to cut an angle when someone's elbows are so tight in your hips like that.
Just past halfway, it'll be interesting to see if Sam decides to open up as this match goes on, or he's just going to try to stay kind of in this defensive posture and work towards an overtime. Again, that may be his game in this rule set is stay safe, look for opportunistic attacks, then get to overtimes and use his overtime skills. He did look really good in his first match in the overtime escapes. That was kind of the strong point of his game.
A lot of money on the line here for this grand prize, probably more than most local tournaments.
$2,400 to the winner,
Yeah,
and a big championship belt.
Yep, big bling, a lot of money, something to work towards here. I'm sure these competitors will use any game plan necessary by the rules to get to that prize. So
Yeah, this is not like a traditional EBI where you have to win by
4
submission to
minutes
get money.
remaining.
Win overall wins the belt and the tournament and the money no matter how you win. Again, Sam not really doing much. Enrique just trying to kind of open and pummel. Sam just trying to stay square, keep his elbows in. Enrique's starting to get more of an angle.
looking for that, isolating that left
Yep.
arm there.
Then armbar pendulum sweep. But against a guy who's bigger than you and has good defensive posture, it's hard to force that sweeper submission. Him trying to attack or pass, and again, Sam just works those elbows and hands back to the inside. A very defensive strategy again. I'd be interested to see if he is going to try to sit back or try to stand up and pass. Enrique now with the body triangle is going to make it harder for Sam to even try to stand up. So I have a feeling Sam is just going to opt to stay low and stay tight. Play. It almost seems like he wants Enrique to make a mistake, or if not, just stay here and keep top control.
Yeah, while the body triangle might be good for control, it's kind of hard to really, be offensive from that position. So Enrique now letting go of that body triangle, kind of getting in more of a position where he can maybe start to mount some offense.
Enrique is doing a good job of transitioning between feet on the hips to close guard to body triangle, just to kind of offer different options. But since Sam's not really trying to do anything offensive here, it's hard for him to go anywhere. And no matter what Enrique does with his hips, he's not really capitalizing on it. So I do wonder if his strategy is to get to overtime. As we're under 3 minutes now, we haven't seen much offense in the last 5 minutes from Sam.
Sam opting for a crossface here in the close guard. Probably something that Enrique wants. He's going to probably try to start to sit out, try to isolate that right arm.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised by the arm position.
I'm surprised. Burning a lot of arm energy here, trying to hold him here in the closed guard,
Yeah.
trying to keep him close.
At this point, if you're Enrique, he's looking for an in-guard Nogi Ezekiel.
Yeah.
Enrique has none of it and kind of laughs it off.
Yeah, I commend him for going for it, but
2
it's
minutes
going to be so tough to do at this level.
At this point, if you're Enrique, you almost have to say you should be saving energy for overtime, as Sam is not really threatening you or really trying to pass the guard. And this is one of those situations where you almost wish, even being sub-only, EBI overtime, there was some kind of stalling penalty where you could force some sort of action, as Enrique is really trying to attack. And now he's starting to climb a high guard. He's starting to do a good job, but Sam's able to re-pummel and get back to that center line, keep his head in the middle.
Looks like they're exchanging some words here.
Again, that inside head position with both hands on the inside of the shoulders is so hard to attack from in Nogi, especially against someone with a little bit bigger size. It's traditional basic jiu-jitsu defense. Again, usually we're trying to use it to try to set up guard openings or stands, but in this rule set where there's no penalties for inactivity, the name of the game is don't get submitted, and that's what
1 minute
Samuel is
remaining.
doing. We got 1 minute, so we'll be interested to see if anything happens in this last minute. But again, from the looks of the last few minutes, I think we are going to head to a overtime.
Yeah, really opting for this this body triangle here to just keep control. Not a whole lot happened this match so far. Again, when there's money and stuff on the line, you do whatever you can to win, whatever your strategy may be.
The guard
So
finally opens. We finally get some movement at 30 seconds. So we might
30 seconds.
we might see 30 seconds of crazy action. We're doing
very close somersault pass.
We're doing our jiu-jitsu warm-ups right
Yep.
now.
Seconds.
4 rolls.
I think both guys know the fight is almost over, so there's no real point to anything too big. But Enrique is pushing the pace. He wants that
10
sub.
seconds.
He doesn't want to go to overtime, but he at this time realizes. And I think both men have just agreed to go to overtime.
Gentlemen's agreement to the overtime.
2.
Go for it now.
So we are headed to overtime. Again, this will be interesting to see Enrique in the overtime, as we didn't get to see it in the first round, but we got to see Sam Barbosa had really good overtime escapes. But again, he used a lot of energy that first match and was on the defensive using a lot of energy this match. So it'll be interesting to see how this plays out. So we are opting for back control to start. Sam gets his 2-on-1. Enrique's ready to defend.
We'll see here if Sam has as much success.
Sam gets a good body triangle with a big size advantage.
Wow.
And he gets
Very
a fast
quick tap.
about 7 seconds. So the overtime strategy seems to be exactly what Sam was doing.
Wow. Yeah, you could really see. I mean, he came in here with a game plan. He executed it so far, and
It seems like a different fighter, OT and regulation.
Yeah.
It seems like his goal is just not to get subbed in regulation, and he's going to out overtime you.
Don't hate the player, hate the game, right?
And that is time.
That's time.
So Sam
Congratulations.
wins. He's now taken out 2 incredibly tough competitors, playing an incredibly smart strategy. And again, this is a sport, and you got to be able to play the rule set.